Hello and welcome back to Grammar Made Simple with Simple-ESL. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the present perfect simple, a tense that is very common in everyday English, especially when talking about experiences, recent actions, or things that started in the past that are still true now. So, in this lesson, we're looking at the present perfect simple. So, we can use this to talk about experiences, recent actions, and things that happened in the past and things that are still true now. And a lot of learners find this tense confusing because it can look similar to the past simple. So today we're going to make it very clear how to form it, when to use it, and how to choose the present perfect and the past simple without guessing. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to make correct positive sentences, negatives, and questions, and you'll practice with examples you can use in real conversations. Now we're going to get started and we're going to build the present perfect simple. The structure is subject, to have or has, and the past participle. So there are two parts we need to choose correctly. First is have or has. We use have with I, you, we, or they. So I have eaten lunch. We use has with he, she, or it. So she has visited Paris. So second thing to think about, we need the past participle of the main verb. So for many verbs, the past participle looks like the past simple. Usually the verb plus ed. So to visit becomes visited. To clean becomes cleaned. To play becomes played. But some verbs are irregular. So the past participle is different. So I have eaten lunch. To eat becomes eaten. Another example could be to go becomes gone. To see becomes seen. So we can use our examples and we can see how the subject changes from have to has, and we can see how the verb changes into the past participle. This combination is key to forming the present perfect tense. So now we know the structure to have, to has, and the past participle. The next question is the past participle. Which ones are regular? Which ones are irregular? So first, regular past participles. They are easy because they follow a usual simple spelling rule. You add ed to the base form of the verb. So to ask becomes asked. To play becomes played. For regular verbs, the past participle often looks the same as the past simple, which makes them really straightforward. However, there is a second group. This is where learners often make mistakes. Irregular past participles. Irregular verbs do not follow the ed rule, and many of them change completely, so you usually have to learn them as a set. We'll learn some in this lesson. The examples we have are to go becomes gone, to see becomes seen, to eat becomes eaten. So a really important point here. In the present perfect, you must use the past participle, not the past simple. So we say, I have gone to Paris, not I have went. She has seen a film, not she has saw a film. He has eaten lunch, not he has ate lunch. So if your verb is regular, think ed. If it's irregular, you need to use the correct form in the past participle. And these are ones we'll practice a lot in today's lesson. Okay, so now let's look at when we use the present perfect simple. This tense is really useful because it connects the past to now. And not just about the past. It tells us something important in the present. So recent actions with a present result. So I have lost my keys. That means I don't have them now. So a recent action, but the result matters now. We can use it for life experiences without a time reference. So what do we mean by this? Well, we use the present perfect to talk about life experiences, but we don't say when. She visited Japan. We don't say when. We don't know when. But it's an important experience in her life. So there's no finished time words like yesterday or last week. So a common mistake would be saying, I have visited Japan last year. Because last year is a finished time, this isn't correct. We must use the past simple. So we would change that to, I visited Japan last year. So if we want to use time and reference a point, it becomes past simple. There's no time for present perfect. So if you want to just say you have visited Japan, present perfect works well. And we can use it for ongoing situations. Things that started in the past but are continuing now. So he has lived here for 5 years. This means he started living here in the past and still lives here now. So notice some of the signaling words we can see. For plus a period of time. Since and then a starting point. These are great ways of signaling something starting in the past but continuing up to this point. Now let's clear up a very common confusion in the present perfect. Been versus gone. These two words can look similar but have very different meanings. And the difference is about where the person is now. So let's take a look at an example. She has been to Italy. This means she went to Italy and she has come back. So Italy is the life experience. It's an experience in the past, but she's not there now. She has gone to Italy. This means she went to Italy, but she is still there now. So this is a key difference and a way we can use been and gone. It gives you an idea of where someone is. So been to, we would often say someone has went and returned. They've come back. Gone to means they are there. They haven't come back. So it's a great way to use been and gone. Now let's take a look at the present perfect versus the past simple. This is important because the whole lesson answers this question. When should I know, or how should I know when to use the present perfect or the past simple? The easiest rule is going to be on this slide. Use the past simple when the time is specific. What do I mean by this? I went to Spain in 2019. It's specific and it's a finished time. I saw a film yesterday. A specific point in time. You should use the present perfect when the time is not specific. So it's not said and it's not important. I have been to Spain. The important thing here is I have gone to Spain, not when. So I have visited London. That's the important bit, but I've been to London. We don't care about when. It changes the focus and the emphasis of the sentence. So you can ask yourself, am I saying when it happened? If yes, use the past simple. If no, present perfect could be the option. So let's test this. I want you to fill in the blank. I to Spain in 2019. What should we fill in the blank with? I went to Spain in 2019. How about I to Spain? We would say I have been to Spain. So let's take a look at some more common mistakes that can be made. But these are going to be easy to fix as long as we remember the structure. If it is the present perfect simple, we're going to talk about have or has and the past participle. I have saw that movie. What's happening here? Why is it wrong? The student used saw, which is the past simple. But we should be using something else. I have seen. Because we've used have, we know it should have a past participle. So we change saw to its past participle, seen. So well done if you got that one correct. Let's take a look at another example. He has went home. So here there's a verb that is incorrect. The verb to go has went. So once again, this needs to change to the past participle. Go becomes went for past simple. Go becomes gone when we want to use the past participle. So don't forget, when we are using the present perfect, we want to change to the past participle. So to go becomes gone, not went. Now it's your turn. On this slide, you're going to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the present perfect. Don't forget our structure. Let's get started. She, Italy twice. So look at the subject, she. So we need to have or has. She has visited Italy twice. So the past participle of visit, well, visit is a regular verb. So we add ed. The subject is she, so we use has. She has visited Italy twice. I sushi before. So the subject is I. We're going to use have. The subject is I, have. Now we add never between have and the past participle of try. So the past participle of try is, we're going to take away the Y, add an I, add an ED. I have never tried sushi before. And we can see here, with never, we've made it negative. So you can say things that you've never done before. We can talk about negative things. They just finish their homework. So they, we use have. We put just between have and the past participle. So we'd say they have just finished their homework. Perfect. So let's move on to our next section. And we've come to our summary for today. Let's quickly review what we've learned today. And hopefully you understand the rule and you can use it confidently. The present perfect connects the past and the present. First, the present perfect connects the past to now. So we use it when something has happened, but it's important because of the situation now. I have lost my keys. I don't have them now. We've learned the structure. So the simple rule, have or has plus the past participle. I have seen. She has visited. So make sure you use the right form of has or has and the past participle. Think if it's regular, add ed. If it's irregular, you have to remember the form. It has no specific time mentioned. The focus is the event, not the time. So think, did I say when? If yes, use the past simple. If no, present perfect. We looked at been versus gone. So been is when you went somewhere and you returned. Gone, you are still there. It's a great way to differentiate between the two. And don't confuse it with the past simple. It's easy to mix them up, but think past simple, specific finished time. Present perfect, no specific time, or it focuses on now. So before you go, if you want more support with grammar, speaking, and worksheets, you can check out the link on screen, allmylinks.com/simple-ESL21. Here you can get access to our Patreon page with worksheets, lessons, and you can explore this all in one place, along with money off tutoring. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can tap the link in the bio or the description, plus there'll be a QR code on the next screen. Well done today, and now you know the present perfect structure, when to use it, and the most common mistakes to avoid.